I just wanted to check out, want you guys to check out outside my window. We had a snowstorm and school was canceled today. Didn't know that. I went down to pick kids to school, and then the security guard said, "Hey hon, there's no school today." I didn't even want to get up today. No, I did not. Okay, so these are the products that I'm going to be giving away to women who are in need. Now, these women who are in need are either going to be at Elizabeth Stone House, which is a safe haven for battered women, or I'm going to be going to take these to Rosie's Place here in Boston, which is more for a general homeless situation. So not necessarily they come from a battered situation. So okay, so I bought 20 of these. Let's see. Yeah, so I bought 20 Ames. I bought 20 of those. And I'm going to be putting one pair of socks, either black or white. And I decided on getting a size 5 to 9 because that's generally what women wear. I know that some women do wear larger sizes, but this is the medium. And also I know that women, homeless women as well, they too need to stay very clean, and this is just to help them with their hygiene. You know, all women, whether you have a home, whether you're in a mess up situation, no matter where you are in the world, you all deserve to feel, you know, clean, and also to feel, have self-pride. You know, you don't have to walk around, you know, feeling less than, with dirty clothes and dirty body and what have you. And I know that they do get their periods each month, so that's what these are for. This is an 8-hour, you see it here. This is for 8 hours, and I know that people who are homeless, they don't necessarily have the ability to change every couple of hours. So this will help through the night. And I'm going to be putting 2 of these in here. I wish I can put some more in there, but for now, this is a brand new project that I'm starting, so yes. Okay, so I also bought Lever. This is the full family size bars, and I'm only going to be doing a package of 20. I'm going to make 20 of these packages and sending them off to these places. So I'll have like 4 bars left over. I'm not going to keep them for myself. I'm planning on doing this project once again. Hopefully this will go really well. So what you don't see here are some toothbrushes. I want to do washcloths, and I also want to pack these up in a reusable, like a drawstring bag, so they can carry this stuff around with them, and then when they run out of this stuff, they can actually reuse the bag. So the whole package is going to be completely usable. So yeah, and by the way, the bag idea was not my idea. It was actually Miss Beverly Moss. She gave me that idea, and it was absolutely wonderful idea. I am having some issues and troubles trying to find a place where I can purchase them either online or in store. I'd rather it be a drawstring so it can close up so their stuff won't fall out. But I'm having a hard time finding an inexpensive product. So if any of you know a place where I can get them really inexpensively in bulk for about 50 cents each, I'd really appreciate that if you can leave that in the comments section. So yeah, so I mentioned the toothbrushes, the washcloths, products. Those are the only things that are missing for a 20 product, 20 bag situation. So, okay. Hi everyone, this is Ramona coming back at you. Okay, so I need to calm down and get my wits about me. Okay, because what I want to talk to you guys about today, and I feel that it's really important, and I know that I have a lot of newcomers to my channel, and I'm so happy that you are here. A lot of you have reached out to me to let me know that they really enjoy my channel, and they shared some ideas with me and their opinions with me. And so, yeah, it just got me to thinking about, you know, certain things, and it reminded me how I like to operate my channel. And my channel is nothing to do with drama. I do like drama once in a while, you know what I mean? But I do understand that there's entertainment, and then there is taking it all the way to the left. The left. So, and I think that I really just took it all the way to the left with this one. But my channel is all about trying to share with you guys my own experiences and trying to grow and trying to open your minds up and try to get a different kind of thinking, a different way of thinking about things, because we don't all have to be so aggressive and so forward and just throw it out on the table like you know, like, this is happening, that's happening, this is my opinion, and I come off very raging and very angry about the situation. You know, was that real? Yes, it was very real. I was very upset about some things that a particular person has been doing, and but I really honestly feel that I may have handled it in a wrong way. Because the truth of the matter is that, like, when you bring negativity to a negative thing, what bores from that? Negativity, you know? And I don't want you guys to react in a negative way. I would rather me plant an idea in your mind and then you take it from there. Like, you, sorry. I would rather you just take it and use your own minds and your own ideas and try to figure it out for yourself. So, and that's what this video is all about today, okay? So, now, I just put a video clip. I'm not sure where I'm going to be putting the video clip. I believe I'm going to put it at the beginning of the video. So, you guys just saw a video where there's some homeless people, what real homelessness looks like, and what I plan on doing about it. I can't save the world, and I think that that's where I kind of was like going with it with my last video. Not my last video, the video before last. I had like the save the world mentality. I think that because I am a very passionate person, but you know, like where my mind was going, like, so, but when you throw out a lot of negativity out, this is where I was headed, sorry. Well, when you throw a lot of negativity out on the table, people are not, they get feverish as well. And what happens when you have fever and fever? You know, nobody's open to thinking. Nobody's open for discussion. Nobody's open to learn anything new from it. You know, when you're cold, when you send the message cold and calculating, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you know, I want you to hate this person because she's doing A, B, C, and D, or he's doing A, B, C, and D, and like, you know. But I just rather, you know, me approach you guys in a different light, and so this is what I'm going to do for you today. Okay, so, so this morning I was sitting there thinking, and I'm like, I was really up in the air, really up in the air with all this. There was just no logical, when you're up in the air, you're just floating around and you're not really grounded. And I like to be grounded, especially when it comes to learning a lesson there, you know. Everybody needs to be grounded. You can't be floating up in the air, like being angry and just being like all over the place. Just, you know, you really can't. And that's what I've been doing with this one topic, this one situation, with people doing the wrong things, you know, hurting other people, just making some really bad choices that affect, and that how you live your life is how you live your life. But I feel like when you're affecting other people, that's where I step in. I'm like, you know, like, don't do it. So, okay. So I did ground myself, and I tried to think of how I can approach you guys in a different light, okay? And I started thinking about something that I've already known, but I didn't apply it to this situation. Listen, the truth of the matter is, because I am a spiritualist, and I do use nature and things that happen around me as a way of learning, just viewing what people do, how they live their lives, how they interact, and what can I learn from things, even if what they're doing is a negative thing. So what I've always known is people question why it is that we have really nasty people that are born in this world to hurt other people. We have different levels of like just really horrendous people doing really horrible things to other people, from the lower end, like scamming people, lying to people in order to obtain something. But then we also have, and this is a very delicate discussion. So this, I think there's a thing called like triggers, you know, so just know that I'm coming from a good place just talking about this stuff. So I do understand that there are like, there's scam artists, but then we also have murderers, robbers, murderers. We even have rapists and molesters of mind and body. And we just have these like array of different people harming people in many different ways. And now I know some people are going to disagree with me, and that's okay. I'm just trying to discuss these things with you so that maybe you can look in a certain way, because I know that a lot of people who are sensitive, they're not sensitive to the point where that's a bad thing, but they are trying to understand people and where they come from, why do they do the things that they do. You know, I know that there's some people who just feel like they're too sensitive for this world, you know, and then they go off and just be an isolate, a hermit, or they commit suicide because they just don't feel like they fit into this world because there's so many ugly people in this world. And but I just want to let you guys know, just try to look at this way, because we do need to figure out like a way to handle these people. and why do we have to live amongst them? I honestly feel that everything in this world has a complete opposite of itself. So let's zoom right into what I'm talking about. So for every good, there's a bad. For every bad, there is a good. This world, the universe, we do have a higher, this life is more intricate than you think, and there's a lot of lessons to be learned. But that is something that I have learned, is that everything has a purpose in life. Every person has a purpose in life. Every occurrence has a purpose in life. There is a purpose for all things that exist and that go on. So when you take these negative people that lash out and harm you and harm us on a grander scale, or harm a particular individual, you know, sometimes on the grander scale, you know, there's a lesson there's not only a lesson, but there's an inspiration from it. So let's just take for example, and I hope I'm not losing you guys, but let's just take for example with the particular person that I got very upset about, and then I made a video about said person. She's not the only one who's going to try to scam people. She's not the only one who is going to try to cause any angst. You know, we're going to have okay, so we have to learn reasons why it is that those people, how they affect our lives in a positive way. And you know, for a very long time, like, I wanted to make like about, I don't know, 30 different like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches or ham and cheese, and get little bits of milk and some fruit, and then give them downtown where homeless people, a lot of homeless people are, because they hang around the homeless shelter, and like give that stuff out. But I was always too scared to do that. I never had the initiative to really do it. I didn't even have the mind to focus in on it. It was just a really lovely idea. And but because I did get raging angry at this one woman, she says that she's homeless, and I'm trying not to focus on her so much. I'm trying to learn from, I'm trying to like really generalize it, but I'm going to say it because I want to get to a point. But because, you know, I got so raging angry at this person saying that she's homeless, and then I look out my window, or I go downtown, and I've seen teenagers out in the street in the freezing teen weather. Like, it could be like seriously negative degrees, or it can be in the teens, from because where I'm from, it can, in the winter times, it can get really bitter cold. And I see teenagers who've been kicked out of their homes, or for whatever reason they can't be at home, and they're living out in the street and they're freezing. There's moms or whole families who are living out of their cars because or living literally on the street, and they may have not eaten in a while. They don't have clean clothes, and you know, like, I have a soft spot for children, so yeah, like, kind of like focus on the teens and the children. But there's all, you know, even adults, grown men and grown women, you know, they're out in the streets, and they may have mental illnesses, but like, even some of them have had, like, seriously, they've owned their own business at one point, but life happens, and sometimes it does happen when you lose it all, and like you have to get on welfare, or even if you don't get on welfare, it gets worse from there, and then you're homeless out on the street, you know, like that, and you're smelling like urine because you can't bathe, you know. And the soul stripping that does to a person who knows better, that knows that there's, especially for the people who know that there's a better life out there, but they just can't obtain it because they just can't cut a break, you know, like, you know, that's like the real homeless. And the woman who I'm talking about, that I made a video about, she just got me so upset because I know what real homelessness looks like. And I sat there and I'm just thinking, like, what can I do to help? I mean, like, really, what can I do to help? Because nobody deserves to walk around in filthy, disgusting, dirty clothes on the street in 0 below weather. Nobody deserves that. And even if I can't supply a home, like, they definitely can have, you know, some good hygiene, and you know, $50 to us is great, but that bar of soap is their $50. You know what I mean? Because they want to have some pride. They want to be able to, you know, smell clean, to be civilized, to fit into our society, where people are not like, like every time somebody, you know, they walk by, you know, like, it's I don't know, I don't know. I just have a strong sympathy for people who are struggling. Maybe because I've struggled myself. I've been there, done that. I've always had a roof over my head. Whether that was I never called myself homeless. Even when I was homeless, technically homeless, I never called myself homeless because I had a roof over my head. Whether I was living from friend to friend's house, whether I was living in a shelter. I've never had that mentality of me being homeless because I didn't have a homeless mind and I didn't have a homeless spirit at that point. Thank God I never got to that point. But a lot of people out there, they do, man. They just, when you lose your spirit, man, it's worse than not having a roof over your head. It just really sucks, you know. And it's really hard to bounce back from that. You lose your confidence and everything, and it's really, really bad. But that is the true face of homelessness. So I hope that I got my point across okay, that that we can learn a lesson from the negativity that's out there. You know, sometimes it bounces back, that negative thing that other people are doing, it bounces back to us and it makes us a better people. And then what happens? Now I'm gonna have like 20 different packages of hygiene packages where I'm gonna help 20 people out. That's gonna help 20 people out. So for that one negative person who try to come at me and make me feel like I want to bring that person down because they're just horrible, you know, instead of me attacking that person, because I stopped and I learned from that, like, it's pointless to attack somebody who's just, that's who they are, and there's nothing I can do to change it. I cannot change that person. No, I cannot. But can I help? Can I turn around and help people who actually I can make a change with? I can make people feel good about themselves. And it's not even just about the packages that I'm going to be sending out. I'm sending along, I'm getting emotional. I'm sending along I'm sending along love and care, because I know once they receive that and they get that message of knowing that no, this didn't come from a corporation, this came from a single mom, and I don't think they're going to hear all that whole story, but I just want them to know that there's one person in this world, at least, you know, I know that there's a lot, but they will know that there's somebody out there sending us goodwill. And I'm hoping that will repair their spirit. So having good spirit is like what will make you, it helps you through the tough times. It helps you through the crap that you have to go through. So that's basically my message today, and I know that this is going to be a long video, and I hope that you guys sit through. I also want to quickly say that yes, we can learn a thing or two about negative people, but I also learned I've got like I had to erase some of my comments, because they were just like but I did learn something from the comments and different people's mentality. There are a lot of people who thanked me for the video. There are a lot of people who said thank you, I almost donated to this person. There are a lot of people who defended this person. And I feel like they defended this person because they have not yet gotten to that place where, and you know what, kind of thank God for that, like, but they have not had those experiences in life where they truly know what homelessness is. They truly have not come in contact and had a real face-to-face, one-on-one bad experience with a person like the person I was talking about in the video. So they're not hurt. They're not hurting. They weren't hurt personally. They will in this lifetime, because we all have a million and billion plus one experiences in our lifetime. They will at some point get to a point where it's on a more personal level. Maybe they'll get, somebody might, and God forbid, but maybe somebody may rob them. Some of them may beat them up in the street. You know, they may be minding their own business and somebody causes a harm to you. And that will be the day when they start realizing that there are some people that cannot be trusted. And I'm not talking about that particular person. I'm talking about in general. It's just you know, a general, whether it's online, whether it's face to face, you know, people are around you in your community, and you just gotta be, this day and age, especially this day and age, you just gotta be absolutely much more cautious, because you see a pretty face, that's not what it is. It's skin deep is what you gotta look at. And you got to, you've got to have physical, you've actually had to have physical presence with that person. And when you bring people into your life, okay, you keep them at bay for a little bit, and you build a trust with them. You watch and see what they do. You know, are they good to their other friends? Are they good with their family? Do they treat their pets well? How do they live their lives? Do they care for their hygiene? Do they care for a roof over their head? Do they care to pay their bills? You know, because that's a part of getting to know somebody, to see if they're okay, and that they and also responsible, and that, you know, they're not just flinting through life. Like, I heard some people, well, if I don't, you know, But, so I have 4 more minutes. So, just take your time, you guys, to get to know people for real. And people online, and I'm not telling you this because it sounds good. I've gone through the experience myself where I've known people online, and I've actually have spoken with them for years online. I mean, every day for hours on end. I would really call these people my friends that I have spoken to online. And then it just turned really, really bad when it got to a point where I was just done with friendships, and you know, because I don't know, they were just kind of like rubbing me off. It just wasn't working out. And then they turned lunatic on me. It's just crazy. So I've had bad experiences. So I'm telling you this. I'm telling you this stuff out of a place of experience, you know. So yeah, take your time and get to know me. And if you want to donate to anybody, you know, you can't save the world. No, you can't. But you know what? In your own community, there are people who are in need. In shelters, soup kitchens, even your next door neighbor. You know, maybe they have like 3 or 4 children, and you know that she's struggling. You have like, I don't know, 20 bucks dingling in your pocket. You're gonna go to, you know, you're gonna go spend it on, I don't know, some fast food. Like, you don't really have anything to spend it on. Go get a bag of diapers and give it to a bag of diapers and wipes and give it to your neighbor. Leave it, or if you feel that they're really prideful, you know, like, leave it in their front door, and they'll open it. They have no idea who gave it to them, and they'll just take it. You know what I mean? So, okay, so I'm going to wrap this up, and I hope that you guys watch this to the end, and I hope that this helps, you know, somebody. It did help me. This was a learning experience for me, and it reminded me to reground myself and get it together, girl. Okay, so mwah, mwah, love everybody. Yeah, loving everybody. Okay, bye.